Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we are back with more Batwoman. Last episode, some crazy thing ended. Looks like we have Beth from another Earth. I was thinking at first Earth 99, but I don't think so, because Kate is dead on that Earth. But yeah, there's Beth. She's here. That's gonna be interesting to deal with, to explain to people. At least, we're probably gonna keep her secret. I don't know how we're gonna explain to Beth. Unless we reveal unless Kate reveals she's Batwoman. I don't know how she's gonna prove to her that there are other Earths. Well, she can show her the events and stuff, and I don't know. Revealing that if Mary finds out, that's gonna be an issue. If Alice finds out, that could be an issue. She might try to kill Beth because now she's gonna feel like. She felt Mary was competing. So another Beth, another her. I you can only imagine how she's gonna react to that. There was the hacker girl who was, I'm not really looking for attention, but she was trying to at least feel like her parents cared about her by putting herself in danger. But she was able to stop, although that train stopped like inches away from the wall when Kate stopped. So I don't know how long she was waiting or the delay time of that thing. But anyway, Alice was trying to use her to expose Kate, but she was smart. She only sent it to Alice, the message that Kate was outed, and then everybody else got the other message. Everybody was saved, everybody was fine. Kate came out to the city I guess whoever else can see the newspaper, or the report, whatever. That she's lesbian, so now everybody knows that Batwoman's lesbian, so there's going to be people that have somebody to look up to now, so that's good. And I didn't notice that Carr wrote it, which I probably should have, but I wasn't paying attention to the headline, or to who wrote it. Yeah, again, the major point is the fact that Beth's here, and don't know what's gonna happen from that.
You're hurting me. Not yet, but I will.
Ah! It's a very well-behaved kitten.
What'd you wish for? To see my sister and father.
No, you should have said it. Now it's not gonna come true. That's why they didn't find her.
Beth, if you say your wish out loud, it means it will never come true.
I don't like that I said the same thing.
See, if anyone in Gotham University's astrophysics department has ever heard of Beth, are we calling her Beth? Alice 2.0? Well, when you figure it out, let me know.
She's taking it pretty well.
Nobody else even knows who I am. I feel like I'm going crazy. What's happening?
My wish came true.
I'll settle for my book.
Your book.
Oh, yes, my copy of Alice in Wonderland. I imagine it's around here somewhere, plundered by your crows when they raided my little hideaway. It did bring me so much comfort.
Really? But it's not a good idea to give it to her?
Ever since you pulled me from the car, I always...
Wait, what car?
Right, when we were 13, driving back from our bat mitzvah, our car went off a bridge.
So there was a crash.
Okay.
You climbed back into the car and...
Oh, that's not what good thing to hear.
pulled me out. You saved me.
Commissioner Forbes, does your refusal to turn on the bat signal have anything to do with Batwoman coming out as a lesbian?
My wife and I are incredibly concerned for the safety of our son and that of Brian Akins. Let's not get distracted by politics. Thank you.
Really?
Okay,
That
if they're not gonna take
that's
that
they're
woman's
going
help,
for.
they're sure as hell gonna need ours.
Okay.
It's all wrong. Seems hideous. You look like a quilt.
Okay, what is it?
I could have saved her, Luke. Everybody told me that if I went back in that car to get Beth, that I would have been killed. And it's not true.
You want to know the truth? You got Beth back. She doesn't need saving. But right now, there's some pretty high-profile hostages who do.
On my way.
Kate, back came to Kate. Can you hear me?
Ugh.
Kate, say something. Kate, hey!
Oh, hi, Mouse.
You know, you are much more docile without your evening wear.
Well, he's not outing her, at least.
Let Alice go. Let Alice go. Do you understand? I understand.
I think he sees something else. Code? She's telling her where they are, what? Maybe? I don't know. Or she feels guilty about Alex still?
I'm just looking for Kate.
She's been kidnapped. Sorry, there's no easy way for me to get that out, but yeah.
Kidnapped.
Why would you tell her?
As in taken? By whom?
There's no easy way for me to get this out either, but
You?
by you.
Yeah, Earths are weird.
You know these creatures carry all manner of diseases.
Daddy, no, it's my fault. I brought him down here. Please don't hurt him. Johnny can put it back where he found him.
I guess you could say he made the Cheshire Cat disappear.
Your father has already forgotten about you. You've been replaced. Did you make this?
Yes, I did. Sorry.
Don't be sorry, my dear.
He's gonna make her, that's how she learns.
Exactly the kind of delicate craftsmanship that Johnny needs.
Yeah.
Off with her.
What, do I look that bad?
No. You look perfect.
Mary did too good of a job.
I am so sorry.
Say it without the wig.
You don't have to be. You are nothing like that bitch.
Thank you, Mary.
I got a lock.
They let you go?
You played your part well, my little mouse.
Hurry up, Kate, get out. Who knows how long this will help last? Hug him back, hug him back, hug him back. Think
Were
it's
you
something.
followed?
No. Of course not.
Are there any lions or tigers about here?
What are you talking about?
Oh, Feta.
Are there any lions or tigers about here?
Okay. We gotta get Beth out of here somehow, even though he's locked it and broke it, so this is good. Oh no, she's gonna have to let Beth die. Feck. No, she's gonna strike. Oh, god dang it. Told you not to give her the book. Fucking idiot. The seats. Okay, good. Thank God. Don't you dare. Come on. Come on, for real? Find something and pry it open. Grab something. Just thank you, Kate. Oh. Yeah, she was not gonna let that happen again. I was gonna say, don't put her through that crap. I'm so pissed off. That is some good timed fire.
How are you?
I came to ask you the same thing.
Rattled. Embarrassed, pissed. Mostly pissed.
Oh, I'm just glad you remembered our code.
Of course I did.
Fairly simple. I mean, I didn't get it, but I mean, if you know it, you remember it. It's kind of cool.
What if there are multiple universes?
There were.
Kind of like a bunch of different planet Earths. And then they all kind of collapsed into one. Only there were some parts left over.
Happy birthday to you.
Did Luke make that? I bet Luke made it.
Okay, make a wish.
Don't say it out loud, I swear to God.
All I ever really wanted was a second chance. And here you are.
You better stay. That's cute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What?
What's happening? Beth, what's happening?
Memories? They're both having issues? Can they not be in the same Earth? Can we not have happy endings? Yeah, I guess not. Okay, so again, are we not allowed happy endings? Like, what the crap? They had a good moment. They couldn't have just left it there. They could have had this other crap somewhere next episode or something. I don't know. But okay, so can doppelgangers, when they're on, now that they're on this Earth, can they not exist on the same Earth now? So is that what's? Because I wonder if we're gonna see any of that next episode. Like, it's not next episode. I'm sorry. And Supergirl or any other show that doppelgangers show up. I don't know if they're gonna have it in Flash or blanking Legends. I don't know. Well, we'll see in a few. I'll see in a few minutes. Well, y'all already know, but I'll see in a few minutes if they show it Supergirl. But if that's the case, then Jacob might be right. We gotta kill Alice. As tragic as, like, how traumatic her life has been. God dang it, dude. That poor kid. Like, he's the way he is because of his dad. He just squishes the freaking kitten in his hands, squishes, strangles it, whatever. Either way, he kills the freaking cat with his hands, and then he brings Beth in and teaches her surgery so that she can make the face for Mouse. He's having her work with blooded skin, and I don't know if they were people that he'd killed, but it wouldn't surprise me. They fixed her book with fish wire, so luckily she had that. I forget what it's called. Is it like a garrote? I forgot what they're called. I was gonna say that, but it sounded like it was. I was gonna say carotid artery, but I mean that's not right. Or not artery, but I was gonna say carotid. But is it a garrote? I'm gonna look it up actually. I forgot what they're called. Yeah, garrote. So that's bullocks. Those are fucking. Must have trained with. She has to have trained with freaking wire or something to be like. She had it like around her foot, and then she was doing some kind of crazy martial-like stuff. I don't know what else was that good. I mean, we've seen her wield a knife, and she's pretty good with it. And we saw her fight with Kate last episode, which I didn't question But I mean, yeah, I don't know. We haven't really seen Kate fight too much. We've seen her stab. We've seen her being really good with flipping that knife and throwing it. So she'd be very dexterous with her hands, but I mean, I don't know like how much training or self-taught crap she has. I was honestly worried that Beth is gonna die, which is still very possible. I mean, they could kill both. They could kill either or. They could kill Beth, and then they have to deal with all they have is Alice. And Alice will be locked up in Arkham by the end of this season. But yeah, I was worried that Beth was gonna be like she was gonna try to save her, but she couldn't, so that she'd have to leave her. At first I was worried that maybe she'd have to choose between Alice or Beth and the kids. And then whenever she went to the kids afterwards, it felt more like that she was gonna have time to do something. And luckily she was taking the seats out, which I was getting my hair is doing some really interesting thing. I didn't really care today. Anyway, but yeah, she was going for the seats, and there was that freaking frame that was blocking Alice from being able to come out, because I thought for a second like it was one of those cars where like the seat is actually like how you can like pull it down, and it's actually like a little way you can put stuff in the trunk from the inside, but it wasn't the case. And then she couldn't pry it out, and they kind of had that moment with each other. I thought like she's gonna have to leave her die again. But luckily, Kate was not gonna give up that easily. Not that it was easy, but you know what I mean. Like she was not gonna give up. Like she would put her life on the line to freaking save Beth this time. Or I mean, she tried to save her before. I think she was trying to hold on to the car when she was little. But I mean, she wasn't just gonna watch her sister die this time. So yeah, she grabbed something and just pried it open. Thank God. But when freaking Beth told Kate that she saved her from the car, like that, I knew that was gonna affect Kate. I mean, that'd affect anybody. She's being told that she could have saved her sister, and this whole mess would have been avoided. But I mean, she could have, yes. But as Luke said, was it Luke? Yeah, as Luke said, there are infinite possibilities for infinite Earths. There's an Earth that there wasn't an accident at all, which I thought was the case, but that wasn't for this Beth. And there's the possibility that there will be the accident, but Beth climbs back in the car and pulls, or Kate climbs back in the car and pulls Beth out. But there's the possibility that Kate climbs in to try to get Beth out, but then both get stuck and they both die, or not die, but they both fall, and one might die instead of both surviving. So it's just you could have saved her if you climbed again. You could have not. You were a child, I mean, nobody's gonna fault you for this that's happened. I mean, I know you're gonna fault yourself, but just like you can't know for sure. I know there's this evidence that says otherwise, but it's in multiple different possibilities, things that could happen. You don't know for sure that you would have saved her, but that's gonna plague her for a while. And now she's got to worry about freaking her sister now again. I don't know what's gonna happen if they exist on the same Earth. Like if they'll both die, if one will last long enough for one to die, and then the other one will be fine. Like I wonder if if it has to be the one that originated from this Earth to die or to live, for it to just like if Beth were to die and and it'd be fine, Alice would be fine after that. If we were to kill Alice, would Beth be okay, or would her head still hurt? Because is it just because this isn't? I mean, I know they're both hurting, so it's not just because it's not her Earth, but it could be a mixture of the fact that they're existing in the same frequency. I know, like which is interesting. I think it's the multiverse thing is very interesting because in here, it's like the way they explain it is that the Earths, before they all merged into one, the Earths existed in the same space but vibrating at different frequencies. So that being the case, there was also whenever Harry and Jesse were over, and they had that frequency thing to basically incapacitate all the Earth 2 villains over that Zoom brought over to our Earth. Like it affected them, it hurt them a lot. They had that headache Jesus, excuse me. I think they kind of had the same ringing sound. I mean, it could just be a generic ringing sound, but you know what I mean. Like that was messing. It was the frequency that was kind of like messing with them. So I'm wondering if that's the case here. But then there's Alice who's having issues. So I don't know. So what I'm trying to say, long-winded way of saying that. I'm sorry. I get in spiel sometimes and go into nerd stuff that I have an understanding of. I hate that guy so much. Like, he screwed up so much crap. Like, freaking, he shows Beth the newspaper, and that breaks her. You know, she thinks that she's been forgotten. She's not been forgotten. He's remarrying, and he's obviously, he still has that memory of what happened, and he's not. I mean, he was trying to forget, but it's not like he's replacing you. But she's a young child who's been kept here, captive, for who knows how long. It's been, I don't know how long it had been since they, did they marry? Feels like it's been a while. Or that should have been a while, a little bit longer, until he remarried. Because I mean, she doesn't seem that much older, so I don't know how long it's been. But, I just hate him. I hate him. And I'm yelling. Ugh, Jesus, I hate him. And I love that Mary took it a lot better than I expected she would. I'm not sure exactly what they told Mary exactly. I know Luke knows about it because Kate told Luke, and I think his memories were maybe brought to him, even though he wasn't involved with it. But I mean, he was probably aware of the fact that the antimatter wave was coming through. But Jean might have prepared or brought some semblance of that back. But Luke knows about them that they existed, that the multiverse existed. Mary knew, like they told Mary pretty early on. I didn't expect for her to be brought in so quickly. She seemed to have handled it pretty well, and to the point where actually meeting her and talking to her, seemed to be getting along pretty well too. Up to the point where she was making her up to look like Alice, which didn't think about that having an effect, which makes sense that it does, but I didn't think about it. It had to be so freaking hard. She did too good of a job, which I know was the makeup artists that make the actress look like the way Alice does in the first place. And I'm kind of surprised that she told Beth, Jesus, why she was affected the way she was. Kind of, not entirely, but I mean, I'm glad that they basically being upfront with each other as well, so like they're not like wondering why one's acting strangely around them. I like that. I was wondering like what they were gonna tell Alice, but they brought her in on it. I don't know how much they told her. I don't know if they told her about the fact that she's Batwoman. I mean, Luke wasn't really mentioning it. Sorry, I love also that Mary was basically theorizing after she was reading. I keep wanting to say Alice, Beth's her studies. That she basically theorizing about the existence of multiple Earths, the multiverse, and that there was a cosmic event that merged them together, and then what was left over was kind of plopped in this one existing Earth. Mary's just too smart for her own good. I love her so much. I love that she's not just like some kind of airhead, glamour person. Like she actually has, she cares about people. She's studying to be a doctor. She's helped people underground. Basically she has her own underground facility, and she's super intelligent, basically. So I know she was kind of a bit tipsy, but I hope she kind of maybe remembers that thought at the very least. But she might just chalk it up to the fact that, man, I was super drunk. Can't believe I thought that. But I mean, I don't know. I do want them to, I don't know when it's gonna happen. I may not be by the end of the season, but I want Mary to find out that Kate's Batwoman. That'd be interesting. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, real quick, that was a little weird. That the commissioner decided not to. Like I don't know how I feel about that. Like I know that's a thing that can happen, but I feel like that he wouldn't, if his child's life is in danger, and another person's child's life is in danger, they're not gonna cut back on any resources that they have available to them to do whatever they can to find their missing kids. And I don't know. I don't feel like the commissioner would be prejudiced, but I'm just used to Commissioner Gordon, I guess. And there are plenty of commissioners, I would assume, that aren't that way. I know they were kind of giving a little a reason to make it difficult for, or I guess for Kate to not get the alert quick enough, I guess. But and there was also that cool moment where the city comes together and are demanding them to turn the signal on. But, like, that was a cool moment, but it's just like the thing that kind of led to that. I don't know. It feels they forced that a bit. Like, I don't know, because there hasn't really. I mean, there's no way for them to have really seeded. I mean, there is, but I mean, like, there's no reason for them to have seeded it, I guess, unless they wanted this moment. But I don't know. There hasn't really been any kind of inclination that the GCPD has really any prejudice against gay people. I don't know. That was. I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't ask was it like that, but I mean, I didn't like the writing. I guess it just felt weird. It felt forced. But again, I didn't really. I mean, I liked the moment that followed. It did kind of take away from it, the fact that what led up to it. But the moment itself was still, I really enjoyed it. I liked that the people came together and that were demanding him turn it on. And then it was really cool also that when she drops down, basically showing an appreciation to everybody that standing by her. So that was just I liked that moment a lot. I really did. It's just that part that was kind of like making it difficult for me. I was trying. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I mean, Sophie, you really shouldn't have given her the book. I know she's beating herself up for that, but I mean, if there's something specific that they're asking for, some sociopath, some psychopathic person, killer, who's proven to be relatively intelligent and kind of a step ahead of you in certain cases, and has methodical plans that, and such as framing your father, making him look like he's the one that killed his wife. I feel like they're asking for something specifically. Whether it really could be, like, whether the book really didn't, like, it didn't, if it wound up not actually giving her a way out to escape, I still don't think that she should have given her book. I mean, I feel like that's just common sense. But they did. I know they ran tests. They ran tests on it, but still, I wouldn't have risked it. I don't know. I mean, it honestly didn't really help talking to her. So whether she gave us more information if they gave her the book or not, I don't think it really would have done any. Given other than the way it affected Sophie, how she got in her head. I kind of didn't like that she was drawing parallels. I know that I didn't like the writing, but in this way, I didn't like how it was affecting Sophie, because of the fact that she was kept drawing parallels from Alice was drawing parallels from her experience to Sophie being locked, basically like keeping herself locked away, feeling like she's trapped, and that she used Tyler, I think her husband, or I don't know if they're divorced quite, but Tyler, how that she kind of used him. It seemed as a cover. She kept making out like Alice. I am having issues talking. Alice kept making it out to seem like that Sophie was hiding, and that she was locking herself away, that she was trapped as well. Well, okay. I think that's really honestly all I have, to be honest, this episode. Yeah, so now we have the whatever's going on with Alice and Beth. Again, it's probably the fact that they can't, now that the Earths are merged, they can't exist in this one Earth. Like, one shouldn't exist. But I guess some reason it's affecting Alice. I thought I would figure that it would affect Beth. So, she doesn't, that this isn't her Earth. She doesn't technically belong here. She doesn't technically exist. But it's affecting both. So I guess it's more so like one's, maybe their frequencies are now the same, but that's messing things up because of the fact that frequencies are the same. They're having like a feedback kind of a thing. But anyway, that's it for this week's episode of Batwoman, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stick around for next week's episode, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to support us, go out and check out our Patreon, where you get access to polls of other shows you want us to react to whenever we need replacements, or early access for any cancer series that we have. The link for that will be in the description down below as well, and the comments. Again, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys next week.